walkie-talkie. Oh, can you hear me on the walkie-talkie?
You what?
Yes, I can.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to start in 2 minutes with my intro.
Copy.
No, we basically just can't. Yeah, he said, hey, they just had a meeting. I said, no, I know. I
Yeah.
said, you didn't say anything wrong. I just said, I think it opens
No,
the
he didn't.
door for
Uh,
parents saying, hey, you got to do it. And I just, I would
In your position, it's precedent
I just feel it's
because there's going to be that one person. There's going to be that
well,
one.
there already is. I mean, there's already parents that are frustrated about, he's doing the scoreboard.
I can. Yep.
All that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Give you a little bit more room there. Looked like you were a little tight with your cord.
That's all right.
I have to run to a co-curricular meeting up at the district office. I don't think I have to be there long. I let the official know and I let
new
Dave
fees?
know. Curricular fees and stuff. So if anything goes awry, I'll have my phone on me. You guys just give me a call.
Okay.
I missed your call a few days ago. Was it something?
No, I was just wondering if there was going to be a switch on the game because I needed to notify cable what our plans were, and so as soon as you said to me, I just called John Kepsel, and he.
Does cable have any plans to do a baseball game?
Okay, and that was the issue too, because that came up, Paul. And the problem is, we just don't the time and everything else. We're just caught at the end because this should have been done earlier, and so that's.
And like Eric Rennie never contacts me. I have no idea when you guys are coming.
Uh,
I have no idea.
You're right.
Like Dave told me today. He says, yeah, we all got VHS. I love that they're here. But what do we have for home baseball? Evansville, Jefferson. Jefferson would be a great game to play next week.
I don't know. You can call them and ask.
Baseball's a little different because you got a bigger area to set up the cameras.
Correct.
Thing is,
Let's
for
call 'em and
baseball,
say.
you could sit up on the roof of the high school and take the whole
You know how May is as an educator. You guys both do.
Oh, yeah.
You're living one day at a time.
Right.
All right.
Okay,
They could
I'm
do
going
the
to
TV
start
for
here.
baseball on the roof of the high school.
You copy,
Perfect.
Brian?
One camera cover the whole.
Are we okay to go?
I have a scissors. When you're ready. They could be at center field.
All right, I'm going to start in a couple seconds here.
John, he was fine with how I approached it. He was absolutely fine. It was a major deal.
You want me to keep my camera still? Yeah, I mean,
And I'd be here to, what I should probably do is pay somebody to scoreboard. But it's like, I could have
McFarland, Spartan Athletics are on the air. Good afternoon, Spartan Nation, and welcome to another sun-drenched Wabisa School Softball Complex on this Thursday, May 12th, 2016, for the second softball game ever on Cable 982 McFarland. My name's Bill, the Big K Cather, and alongside me will be John, the golden voice of McFarland Athletics Wells, who will be doing your PA announcer as well as play-by-play on tonight's ball game. This telecast is being made possible by Mr. Eric Redding, Director of Cable 982, and his staff consisting of Mr. Andrew Day, Mr. Kelly Logan, Mr. Justin Janis, Mr. Ryan Denzer, and Mr. Patrick Moore, in cooperation with head coach Dave Halverson of the Spartans and his staff, Mr. John Kepsel and Miss Stephanie Schreiner-Schmickla. With this being our early ventures again into the softball arena, I hope you'll be patient with us as we're going to do our best with camera angles, stats, commentary, etc., to bring your local McFarland softball players' efforts into your living room today in as entertaining a way as possible. Remember, we're only going to get better as time goes on, and we promise that. So tonight again, I'm going to suggest grab your favorite snacks and beverages, get comfy in that chair, with your honey, with your pet, or whoever, and get ready to enjoy the efforts of your McFarland Lady Softball Athletics. Tonight's game features your first place Lady Spartans with an overall record of 18-3 and 13-1 in the Rock Valley North Conference. Spartans have 228 hits so far this year, consisting of 174 singles, 30 doubles, 5 triples, and 9 HRs. They've walked 74 times, struck out 56, and have a team batting average of .372 and an on-base percentage of .440, both exceptional. Their opponents tonight are the second-place Blue Devils from Evansville with an overall mark of 16-4 and 12-3 in the Rock Valley North Conference. Mcfarland with a victory tonight is going to clinch the Rock Valley North softball title for 2016. Last night, the two teams played in Evansville with Mcfarland coming away with a 7-2 victory behind Lexi Chemnitzer's all-around performance. On the mound, she pitched 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, 2 runs, one of which was a home run, gave up 2 bases and balls, but struck out 15 Lady Blue Devils and improved her record this year to 5-0. She was also 3 for 3 at the plate. Other highlight players were Molly Malepsky, Sophie Quell, and Kendra Forsmo, who I will be discussing later on as we go throughout tonight's telecast and that. And again, we're on tape delay here, so when you view this game will have already been played last week. But again, we'll edit out hopefully some of our mistakes in that. For those of you viewing this game, again, I'm going to suggest to you you can view this game as well as our last Thursday production against Edgerton, which was a 14-4 ball game victory for the Mcfarland Spartans. If you just go to YouTube Mcfarland Cable, this game can be viewed at any time and found on that website. So any of you that have family, friends, relatives, anybody who is interested in this ball game can go to that website at any time, anywhere in the world, and catch these ball games. As well as I can tell you, go to that website, you're going to see a wide variety of other activities, from the talent show to football games to basketball games to you name it, parades, etc. So trying to just expand the cable TV offerings and trying to make it possible for some special memories for these kids, not only who are participating, but for those of you that can't make it out here to the athletic events or in other locations and that, to still be able to view your friends, your relatives, your grandkids, whatever. So we hope to do this. Again, John, the golden voice of Mcfarland Athletics Wells, will be alongside me. He's sitting here right now just relaxing before he's ready to take his golden tones to first be on our telecast tonight. He will do the PA announcing of each player as they come to the plate, and then we'll turn on the microphone and join me with commentary as we go throughout the ball game tonight. And again, we're early in this process, so we'll just bear with us and come up. Again, I've done a lot of research with some stats that came off with sports in that. I will say that our Mcfarland Spartans have a lot of stats on there, and they are up to date. Other schools in the conference, when I've gone to their websites, have not been up to date with their stats and that, so we'll be very limited with the information that we can offer you tonight on the Evansville Blue Devils. But so I don't want you to think that this is a one-sided telecast, but it can only report what I have found and what's given. Correct, John?
That's so true.
So we'll just hope and see. Tonight also I can mention the Blue Devils head coach Charity Castrone, assisted by Heather Bartell, who's on crutches over there, and also Andy Lehman, who was nice enough to give us team names and the starting lineup tonight. So that's your coaching staff for Evansville. So we do have that stat with us. Tonight's umpires, behind home plate, we will have Mr. Mark Hansen, and on the base paths tonight, Mr. Chris Hagan. Also in the crowd tonight, we have a very special announcement when the catcher for Edgerton gets up, Sarah Fredrickson, in the stands tonight. John Wells overheard somebody mentioning a birthday, and we found out that Sarah Fredrickson's grandmother, Grandma Jan, is celebrating her 70th birthday at the ballpark here tonight. So we'll see what her granddaughter can produce for her tonight.
Well, right now we have the longest meeting at
I
home
was going to
plate
say, John, I'm getting tired
that
of
I think
talking
I've
here in
ever
the
seen
pregame.
in a high school softball game. I don't know. It's not like we have ground rules like a road going through right field or
Right.
something, but
And we've
my
never done this
goodness.
before, right?
We're already behind schedule here, and it's 4:45 start, and we're already behind. But this has gone on for about 10 minutes.
Yes, it has, John. And all that means is that our listeners have to listen to me babble on for a little bit longer on that. I'm used to doing it with the basketball as well as our football contests and that. Softball's a little different. I had to come up with some more information that I could. So we'll just got a few fillers in again. I may, once again, between one of the innings tonight, talk about, go back and, like I did with the Edgerton game, give you the history of WIAA girls softball. Don't want to use some of these fillers up right now, John. I'm going to save for between innings.
Do our best as the 10-minute.
Pre-game. Wow. I didn't know if we'd have over or under betting on pari-mutuel betting on the pre-game thing. I'd be very curious to see what all the discussion's about out there.
It just.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're finally
I
to
think
a
we're
handshake.
I think we're going to play ball here.
Also tonight, depending upon score of the game and how we're going, it looks like I'm going to possibly see if I can get people up for a fourth inning stretch and singing Take Me Out to the Ballpark tonight. Did a little of that during the Edgerton game, but he gave me the mic halfway through, so maybe tonight we'll take it from the start. People have been asking, are you going to take it from the beginning? So we'll see how things are going.
Always better with a live audience.
Yep.
So.
Whether you got whether we do a little Cather karaoke again, that's what we call it in basketball. What I do, see if we can. Always in basketball, I like to sing the school song as teams are warming in that, but I do that as a tribute to Badger Bill Garvey. That's about.
So these two teams played last night, and the Spartans will start this way in the field. Maya Hovland, the sophomore, will be the pitcher. Kendra Forsmo will do the catching. Molly Malepsky at first, Sophie Quell at second, Lexi Chemnitzer at short, Jenna Quell at third, and the outfield left to right looks like this: Morgan Richter, KJ Lefebvre, and let's see who's lining up out there in right field.
Rogers.
Believe
No,
Karis Rogers.
I think you're right.
I'm still lost on the designated players and flexes, and
You got that.
I'm
right.
used to the re-entry rule where if you came out, you went
Right,
back
Jeff.
in for somebody else, and that was it.
Right.
But that's changed. So again, we'll be doing double duty here tonight. So you'll hear the actual PA announcing right over our broadcast here.
Boy, last night Mcfarland really got off to a fast start. Sophie Quell with a 3-run homer in the first inning to give him a 3-0.
Leading off for Evansville, the shortstop, number 8, Kyla Litzheim.
Mia Hovland tonight on the season, 10-3 so far. 64 and a third innings pitched, giving up 51 hits and 39 runs. With an ERA of 2.39.
Here's the first pitch, lined in the right center field for a base hit. She's going to go to second, and she'll be in with a double. So Kyla Litzheim starts out the game with a double.
Wow. It's a good start there. Going
The
to try
pitcher,
and make
number 22, Kelsey Kishore.
gonna try and get a quick jump start on us like we had on them last night. Nice pitch on the inside corner.
So the pitcher, Kelsey Kishore, steps in.
Yep.
I think she's the primary pitcher for the Blue Devils.
Again, big game here tonight because with a victory tonight, John, Lady Spartans can clinch the softball title of the Rock Valley North Conference here tonight with a victory.
So 1-1. That's inside, 2-1.
In her game last Thursday, Mia Hovland, what a wonderful night she had there. 2-run homer. I believe she went 4 for 4. Nice pitching effort.
A little bit of a wind here is the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Yep, I think if we look at the flags, the wind's blowing in from right field. So hooking over, so I don't know if we're going to hit one over to Waveland Avenue. Oh, that's right. That's down at Wrigley down left field.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Quell. Looks the runner back. Throw over to first. Out. Runner will advance to third.
Yep. Jenna did a nice job there picking that ball up, looking her back. But again, if that runner goes on the throw, pretty hard to stop her. Good speed.
So the fielders are the one out for the Blue Devils. Maya White is the batter. She's the right fielder. Squares around. Nice bunt. Bobbled by Malepsky. That's going to be an error. And Maya White goes to first base. The catcher, number 33, Sarah Fredrickson. So the catcher, Sarah Fredrickson, steps up. One out, runners at first and third. For the Blue Devils, throw a threat here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch. That's low and outside. Runner goes. Runner is thrown out.
Wow. Nice.
Nice throw by Kendra Forsmo, and the runner does not advance. So 2 outs now.
That, John, was really a big play because that could have taken them out of really a big inning.
So here's the pitch from Hovland.
Curve, a little outside. Well, I'm sure maybe Coach is going to play aggressive here. Got nothing to lose, but trying to come back.
Ball back to the screen.
Tight play.
Runner comes home. Tagged out. Safe.
Boy, tight play at home. Nice slide. Good throw by Kendra Forsmo back to Maya Hovland, but just slid under the tag.
So the Blue Devils on the board. Not sure if it's 2-1 or 3-0. Looks like it's 3-0. To the cleanup batter, Sarah Fredrickson, the catcher. Evansville with a run in here in the top of the first inning and 4 pitches.
Yep.
And Fredrickson will go to first on the walk.
Grandma Jan celebrating her 70th birthday, and the birthday gift was a walk on her first time up.
Center fielder, number 28, Annika Lehman. So Annika Lehman now steps up. 2 outs, runner on first base for Evansville. A run in here in the top of the first inning. Ground ball to Chemnitzer. Fields it over to Malepsky, and the inning is over. For Evansville in the top of the first, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base.
John, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to talk a little bit about Mcfarland Cable 982, who's doing this tonight. Our production is a function of the village of Mcfarland. Recognized in all forms of media, the State Journal, the Thistle, as well as Cable 982. So once again, thanks for your support, Cable 982, as well as we are attempting to expand our coverage here to a variety of other sports, as I mentioned earlier in the pre-game. And again, also tonight on the cameras and boards, the production, the graphics, and everything else tonight, we have Mr. Andrew Day, Mr. Justin Janis, Mr. Ryan Denzer, Mr. Kelly Logan, and from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mr. Patrick Morn. This is great. I'll tell you and again, I want to mention this, and I'm going to put it out to the crowd here tonight watching. Please go to YouTube, Mcfarland Cable, to view this game. It'll probably be up starting next week, I'm guessing, on Monday or Tuesday, as well as last week's Edgerton game is already, John, on the website. So
Pretty cool.
Yep, it is. It's definitely cool. You can catch them at any time, anywhere. Just
Leading off for the Spartans, the third baseman, number 12, Jenna Quell.
Jenna Quell batting .457 on the year, on base percentage .494, and slugging percentage, John, a big .667.
A 4-year starter for the
Yep.
Spartans.
Yep, with a ton of all conference honors, all state recognition, and everything. Jenna's
Over 90 wins over the course of those 4 years,
Yep.
as Dave Halverson announced the other night on senior night.
really good for her.
So 2-0 to Quell, the leadoff batter.
And again, we've got the two daughters, Jenna and Sophie. And again, I throw this in. I taught both their parents, Mark and Michelle. It's their 8th grade English teacher. So they've come from great breed right here. The Quell and the
3-0.
Kim family combining for
3-0 to Quell. Kelsey Kishore, the pitcher for the Blue Devils. And on a
And a
3-0,
nice
green
start.
light for Jenna Quell, and she grounds it up the middle for a hit.
good start for
Catcher number 2, Kendra Forsmo.
Jenna. Was hit number 38 on the year and her 27th single on the year. If you want stats. Kendra Forsmo batting .366 on the year, .451 on base percentage, and a .465 slugging percentage. Like I said, these batting percentages, like I mentioned, our first broadcast, are just exceptional, John. These kids know how to put the lumber on the ball.
So the first pitch is a called strike. Here's a bunt. That's going to go foul, so it's going to be 0-2 to Kendra Forsmo.
Kendi or Rue are her nicknames. Favorite food, steak. TV show, Chicago Men, Chicago Fire. Her movie was The Last Song, and her favorite singer and musical group is Luke Bryan.
Fouls that off, so hangs in there. 0-2 count.
We'll try and, like I said, she'd like to give a special hello on tonight's telecast to her parents, Joe and Donna. Very nice for all their support over the years as she's wrapping up her high school career as a senior. Great career for Kendra in softball.
Ooh, just a little bit outside, so 1-2. Perfect spot for Kishore.
She said, well, I asked her when she started playing and why. 8 years old because I like to hit the ball, and also her dad played.
That's a ball outside, so 2-2. Quell dives back in at first base, no attempt.
Kendra Forsmo, 11 walks so far on the season, second on the team. So she's got a very good eye, John.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be outside, so full count. 3 straight balls. That's a full count for Kendra Forsmo, the catcher, here in the bottom of the first inning. 3-2 pitch on the way. Just a little high.
Wow. Very interesting, John.
Shortstop number 6, Lexi Chemnitzer.
And again, Lexi had that big game last night, 3 for 3.
So runners at first and second, nobody out.
Yep.
Lexi Chemnitzer, the batter.
Batting .530 on this season, .575 on base percentage, and a .667 slugging percentage. So she's leading the team, batting .530 on the year.
That ball fouled back into the screen, so 0-1 on Chemnitzer. Fredrickson, the catcher, will go out and talk to Kishore, the pitcher. Again, it's Thursday, May 12th, 2016. We're at the Wabisa Softball Complex here in Mcfarland. High school girls softball today.
Yep.
0-1 the count to Chemnitzer. Here's the 0-1 pitch outside. Count is 1-1.
She'd like to give a special shout out again to her sister Allison.
So the 1-1 pitch, that's going to be high, 2-1.
Ask her what she does in the off season. She works out, she takes hitting lessons, and she goes to open gyms. She started playing when she was 6 years old because her mom played. Whoa,
There's
what
a line shot
right
up the middle.
gut.
Play at the plate.
And Jeniquel in.
So a run in for the Spartans.
Hustle and advancing up to third base on the throw was Kenter Forsmo and
Pitcher number 11, Maya Hovland. And I can't get this run to go up on the scoreboard for some reason.
We'll try and get that adjusted maybe in between innings, John. That was a nice pitch. Maya Hovland. Season. I'll get her stats up here in just a minute as I'm trying to fish around. I got so many papers here.
Still can't get that run to go up on the scoreboard.
I have them batting .414 on the year, on-base percentage of .438, and slugging percentage of .457. Said all these are going to be in the upper threes, the fours, or even the 500s, 600s for some. Exceptional. I have one. Tonight's pitcher.
Still can't get that run up on there, so.
We better hurry up and get it up there. That the Golden Boys here is going to have an issue until that run gets up there.
That one is skied. And that will be the first out. Second baseman, number 8, Sophie Quell. So 1 out.
Sophie Quell last night, first inning, big 3-run home run down at Evansville. Got the Spartans out of the chute real quick last night.
I just can't get that run up on the board, Bill. Not sure what I got to do here. Says home +1. It worked for the guest. It doesn't work for the home team. Still can't get it up there.
Sophie Quell, when she started playing, I started playing at age 10 because I wanted to be like my sister, who was Jenna. In her off season, she's a volleyball and basketball player.
Ground ball to
Good.
second. That's going to bring a run.
Sacrifice, yep.
Run is in. Now let's see if I can get 2 runs to go up there.
Maybe that's the key.
Left fielder, number 5, Morgan Richter.
Oh, please, let's let the scoreboard work so the Golden Boys
That's
can
just
get
not
off
going
that.
up there, Bill. Let's
See if we can get
see. We do enter home. Still can't get it up there. Well,
Morgan Richter, our batter right now. Morgan Richter batting .333 on the year, .385 on base percentage, and .367 slugging percentage. Ooh, boy. Well, you caught the corner. When she started playing, she played t-ball, and then at age 10 just started playing with her friends. She loves tater tots and that 70s show. And I like this. Any other academic or sports awards, she's high honor roll 2015 and 2016, which is excellent when we start looking at scholar athletes. And in that order, we want scholars first and athletes second. So kudos to Morgan Richter. Counts 2-2 right now. I'll take over a little bit of this while John Wells is trying to get our scoreboard operational over here. 2-2, 2 outs, Morgan Richter. 2 runs across. 2-1 Spartan lead. Popped up, catcher back, and just got up on the fence before coming down. Count still 2-2. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. Last evening, at the end of the first inning, it was Mcfarland 3, Evansville 1, down at Evansville behind the 3-run homer of Sophie Kiwi Quell. Tonight, right now, we're sitting at 2-1.
Oh,
Good eye by Morgan Richter, and the count is full. Got it fixed, John?
well, question is, will I be able to do it again? I think I figured it out. It works that way for the
Okay.
home, but not for the guests. So good at bat for Morgan
Yep,
Richter.
Morgan
She
Richter.
fouls it back. 2 outs here, full count. Lexi Chemnitzer at third. 2 runs in for the Spartans here in the top of the first. They lead 2-1
Yep.
over Evansville. Full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch.
Gonna be a little
Oh,
trouble.
they're going to be a tough play. Barehanded, and a run's going to be in.
Run. Yeah, an RBI, and we're sitting at 3-1. Exactly the score at the end of the first inning last night.
First baseman, number 15, Molly Malepsky.
Molly Malepsky had an excellent game last night, too. 2 RBIs in the ball game down at Evansville last evening. Molly Malepsky batting .297 on the year, .395 on base, and .270 slugging percentage. Oop, throw down to first. Richter back safely.
So Molly Malepsky, the senior first baseman.
Yep.
So 1-1 on a called strike.
Let's see what Molly says. She started playing. I started playing when I was 8, and I started playing because her mom played softball. So a lot of parental positive influence here on these kids that are now playing.
Swing and a miss.
Oof, nice.
Runner goes.
Little
Throw
bit.
is wide. So Morgan Richter will be safe at second base. 1-2 the count now to Molly Malepsky.
And let's see on the season for Morgan Richter. Stolen base, that's her second stolen base on the season. Scoring position, if Molly can get that ball to the outfield.
Fouled back.
It's that big game tonight for the Spartans, John. Being able to, on their home field tonight, being able to clinch the Rock Valley North title if possible. Off to a very good start.
So 1-2, 2 outs. Runner on second for the Spartans. Here's the pitch, fouled back.
Good, that fence is up there. That baby was coming right back at us, John. From our viewing angle, right behind home plate. And you notice we do not have the camera up above behind home plate. Andrew Day decided not to scale the fence, put the camera up.
Probably better off. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike
nice
3.
change up.
And that'll do it.
Yep.
For the Spartans in the bottom of the first inning, 3 runs, 3 hits. They leave 1 after 1 inning. Mcfarland 3, Evansville 1.
So, history is repeating itself here tonight, John, with, I said, last evening's ball game. The end of the first inning was 3-1 Mcfarland, and we got a 3-1 ball game here again tonight. I'm going to use this right now, a little softball history, which I gave in our last telecast, but I'll give again tonight for our viewers who didn't see last ball game. The WIA began sponsoring a softball tournament program in 1976. First state tournament was held in Madison, and Madison West won the championship by defeating Elmwood 27-8 in the title contest. Waukesha became the site of the state tournament in 1977, and the tournament was held in that location the next 25 years. Championship moved back to Madison and has been at UW's Goodman Diamond since 2002. There was only one classic competition the first 3 years of the tournament, but there was an A and B division in 79 and 80, and the C division was added in 1981. Terminology was changed in 1991 from classes to divisions 1, 2, and 3, and in 2002 the tournament
Leading off
series
the top of the
expanded
second
to
inning
4
for the Blue
divisions.
Devils, the first baseman, number 18, Becca
And there's more I
Cronin.
can add to that as we go along.
So Becca Cronin, the first baseman, will lead it off for the Blue Devils here in the top of the second inning. 3-1 Spartans. Scored 3 last night against Evansville. They do the same tonight. Again, the Blue Devils come into tonight's game 16-4.
Yep.
Got to be one of their best seasons in a long time.
Right, second place. And let me just get some stats here on yep.
So 2-0. And that's a called strike. So 2-1 to Cronin.
On the season, Mcfarland 63 strikeouts and 26 bases on balls.
So that's a ball. So it's 3-1 to Cronin.
Some other little stats for Maya. She is, excuse me, she's hit 3 batters. She's given up 4 home runs. She has a 2.39 ERA.
So 3-1 the count to Cronin. That catches the corner on the outside. It's a full count. Kind of screened on that one with position of the umpire behind home plate, so doesn't matter if we can see it or not.
Right.
He's the one that's got to see it, and he calls a strike. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3, so 1 out here in the top of the second inning.
Excellent again for Maya.
Third baseman, number 29, Josie Neely.
It's her 64th strikeout then of the season. And again, if you were, we do not have a monitor.
Oh, line drive into right field. That was hit hard. That was a shot. So base hit for Neely. Second baseman, number 7, Jada Cronin.
Again, I want to apologize if there are any technical difficulties or sound or whatever else. We do not have a monitor, and we're not in touch with anybody else, so we're just kind of doing this, and we don't get a chance to see it until you at home do.
So that ball in the dirt, and Cronin will go to second base, standing up. So 1-0 the count here on Cronin. Josie Neely at second base. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. That's going to be high for a ball, 2-0.
Again, I'm going to encourage any and all of you that like these 2 softball telecasts we've done, please notify the village board or cable director Eric Redding and just say how much you appreciate these so we can continue to do these in the future. And I said, we promise we will improve these as we go along. We did a little critique of the first game last night, but obviously not enough time to make a whole lot of changes before stepping in here today. But
so 3-0 here to Cronin.
Yep, got to shut this
Tried
down
to appeal
right here.
that one, but to no avail. And ball 4. So Cronin on with a walk brings up Raina Litzheim. Left fielder number 27, Raina Litzheim.
I don't want to be giving up a lot of just free balls, freebies like that, free bases.
Squares around. Nice bunt.
But that's going to... Oh.
And throw goes over the first baseman's head. A run is in.
That was unfortunate because you could see Jenna was going to wait till the last second hoping that thing was going to roll foul, and it just died once it hit the white chalk. Picking it up a little excited on the throw, trying to still gun down the runner at first base, and got a little high on it. I like what Coach Halverson's doing here, John. You just got to go out, right, settle down, take a deep breath, relax. You're fine. Boy, that was a great bunch she laid down there. I mean, that thing just died right
That just
on the line.
hung on that line there. I thought it looked foul from here. Jenna Quell did everything you do. You wait and see if it's going to roll foul. It gets to a point, though, where you got to make the play on the ball, and overthrows at first base. That's a second error on the Spartans. So now We got runners at first and third with one out, and your leadoff batter, Kyla Litzheim, up. Ground ball foul down the right field line. So 0-1 to Kyla Litzheim, who's led off the game with a double and scored for the Blue Devils.
Yep.
3-2 our score here in the top of the second inning. Another bunt. Quell is up, throws out, no play at home.
Good speed going on to first base. That was a nice play by Jenna to even get her.
Pitcher number 22, Kelsey Kishore.
First time up, a ground out for the pitcher.
So 2 down here in the top of the second inning. 3-3 our score.
Yep. Blue Devils came ready to play tonight, John, after last night's 7-2
Well, a lot at
loss
stake in this game,
Yes,
really,
there
for
is.
both teams.
Yep.
That's why you like these type of games late in the season.
You're absolutely right. Because I'll tell you, if they can somehow dump the Spartans here tonight, and that means Mcfarland would have to win at East Troy on Tuesday evening, and Evansville with a win could wind up tying the Spartans for first place.
So 3-0 the count, and ball 4. So Kishore on brings up Maya White. Right fielder number 2, Maya White.
Laid down a sacrifice bunt herself the last time up, and then was caught trying to steal second base.
Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Maya Hovland.
Yep.
Runners on first and second. That's Kishore at first, Raina Litzheim at second. For the right fielder, number 2, Maya White. There's a ground ball up the middle, and it's through. And a run is in. And that makes it now Evansville 4, Spartans 3. The Blue Devils strike 3 times here in the top of the second.
Yep. And for a high-scoring affair tonight.
Catcher
John.
number 33, Sarah Fredrickson.
I wonder if the Spartans win on this. Do we get Spartan burgers down at Culver's like we do for football or basketball games, John?
Don't know. So catcher Sarah Fredrickson walked her first time up.
Yep, got a walk for, again, 70-year-old Grandma Jan tonight in the stands. Nice pitch.
So 0-2. Again, 2 outs. It's a big out here for the Spartans.
Yeah,
with
it is. Got to get out of this.
runners at second and third. Cleanup batter. Set her up outside. Oh, they got her on the outside pitch for strike 3.
Yep, you can see Forsmo setting up way outside on that, and Fredrickson just bit on that. But big
For
inning.
Evansville in the top of the second inning, 3 runs, 2 hits, and they leave 2.
And we got our scoreboard operational, John.
Yeah. For some reason, when you enter the guest score, it's not the same as the way you enter for the home score. Took me a little while to figure that one out, but I think we got it.
Had a little discussion with this last week, too. In the year 2010, the transition, the pitcher's mound went from 40 feet back to 43 feet for a pitching distance, and I just got some quotes and some interesting conclusions that people made who studied the change. They thought, A, with moving it back to 43 feet, A, there'd be more walks, B, there would be fewer strikeouts, C, more scoring opportunities, thus opening up the game, and D, fewer overpowering pitchers, where you used to have that one strong-arm pitcher that from 40 feet was just almost untouchable. Kind of going back to Eddie Feiner in The King in His Court.
Saw him
For
play
those
twice.
of you that are older softball aficionados like us, boy, he was, God, he'd strike out guys from second base. They
Oh, yeah,
couldn't
had a
touch
rise
him.
ball he'd
the
throw.
rise
and,
ball. And he only had a shortstop, a first baseman, a catcher, and himself.
Yeah, and the time I saw him play, they had I believe it was John Bateman doing the catching, who was a former Montreal Expos catcher, and then, of course, Eddie's son, Eddie Fainer Jr., played at shortstop.
Yep.
Yeah, it was quite a group.
Oh, that was fun to watch. I believe I saw them twice, too. I mean, when they came to town, that was a tough ticket.
Hitting off for the Spartans, number 7, Karis Rogers. So Karis Rogers will lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Spartans. Kelsey Kishore on the hill for Evansville. First pitch is a called strike.
Karis Rogers batting 190, 320 on base percentage, and 317 slugging percentage. Remember, we were talking about this the other game. Karis' nickname is Karis.
That's perfect.
Karis.
Swing and a miss, strike 2.
She started playing when she was 4 years old in T-ball. In the off season, she plays club softball. So she said she really doesn't have an off season.
So here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped up, right field side, in play, but it will drop.
Yep. We kind of lost that one, didn't we, John? Down blocked by the first base.
And that dugout, that'll catch you. We got just a couple of blind spots, not really in fair territory, but from our angle, it's pretty tough to see the foul line in right field.
Yes, it is.
We can see it, but we can't be too specific where it is. That ball's outside. So 1-2 the count now to Rogers here in the bottom of the second inning. Spartans trail 4-3 against the Evansville Blue Devils. So here's Kishore and the 1-2 pitch. That's low for ball 2.
So far on the season. Just looking up the bases on balls for Karis Rogers. She leads the team in walks with 12, John.
Oh, caught the corner.
Wow.
It's a nice pitch by Kishore.
Yes, it was. She throws a good ball, John.
Center fielder, number 1, KJ Lefebvre. So a couple of strikeouts in a row now for Kishore.
Give a shout out to KJ's sister Maria up and finishing up her year up at the University of Oshkosh. Favorite food are Gushers, TV show American Horror Story, movie The Rocky Horror Picture Show, and Anything and Everything by 1975 musical group.
So fouled back, 1-1. And KJ just a freshman, a lot of speed, plays the outfield, believe played a little shortstop too. So 1-1 the count, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Ooh, that ball was high.
That almost hit her.
No, they appealed. Question there was whether the bat was brought back.
Yep.
First base umpire says no. I believe that's Dave Haugen over at first.
Yep. Dave Hagen.
And that's a strike. So 2-2 the count now to KJ Lefebvre.
Oh, I remember her quote too. Her best softball memory, John. Remember? Every time I step on the field, we said, how neat is that?
That's how it
I
should
wish
be.
that every athlete in every sport felt that same way.
And that's a ball, so it'll be full count.
Yep. Understanding just how special.
Well,
just
these
how
seasons,
special these times are.
seasons and years in high school go pretty fast.
Yep.
And you'll never really be able to quite repeat unless you're fortunate enough to go on to the college level. Fouled back, so
But
good
even,
at bat here for KJ.
Yep. Even then, talk with any kid who's left difference between high school athletics and college athletics. No comparison. They just love the high school experience. I mean, people are right on top of it here. Nice crowds, a lot more enthusiasm.
So here's the full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Kishore. Third baseman, number 12, Jenna Quell. So Jenna Quell started out the game for the Spartans with a single. And that pitch is outside. Kishore is spotting her pitches very well here, trying to work that outside corner, but Jenna goes to the right side as well as anybody for the Spartans.
Yes, she does.
And
She had
it's
a
ball 2.
She had kind of a rough night last night, John. She was 0 for 5. That's very unusual for a Jenna Quell.
But it will happen.
Yes, it will. Everybody has those games and those nights.
So 2-0. And that pitch is fouled out of play down the right side. That'll make it 2-1.
But you know the great thing about it is, John, so you have a night like that, last night, first time up, boom, bang, a bullet to right center. First time up. You got to like that. Sit around and feel sorry for yourself. Just get right back at it.
So 2-1. That's high and outside. Ball 3.
Her favorite food, potatoes. TV show, One Tree Hill and Gossip Girl. Movie is Bridesmaids. Singer and musical group, T Swift and Keisha.
So 3-1 to Quell. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
That was a
Strike
nice
2.
pitch. Tell you, Kishore's finding this outside corner.
Well, there's a reason why they're 16-4, and she's probably a big reason why that's the case. So full count, 2 outs.
Sorry,
Here in the
again,
bottom of the second.
we do not have Evansville stats, but they weren't posted on Wish Sports.
Oh, called strike.
Wow.
And the inning is over.
Boy, those are...
Spartans in the bottom of the second inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. After 2, it's Evansville 4, Mcfarland 3.
Those pitches were hugging the corner, weren't they, John?
Yeah, 3 strikeouts in that inning, 4 in a row for Kishore.
Yep. Boy, I'll tell you, and this can kind of get to be a little bit like a goalie in hockey. Get a hot pitcher that's finding that can, as they say in the majors, paint the corners. She gets on a roll. Like I said last night, Kemnitzer had 15 strikeouts down at Evansville.
Well, and I
So
don't
I'm sure
remember
she
the
got
last time when the Spartans had an inning where they
Where
went in
everybody-
order
yeah.
by the way of the strikeout.
Yep.
But
Those
it
were
happens.
like...
Go to the top of the third now, 4-3 our score. Annika Lehman, the center fielder, will lead off for the Evansville Blue Devils. Again, with 4 losses, 3 of those in the conference. The Spartans with 1 loss in the conference, and I believe with one
White
conference
Turner.
game to go.
Yep.
Leading off the top of the third inning for Evansville, the center fielder, number 28, Annika Lehman.
Ken for Evansville, the Blue Devils. Head coach Charity Castrone, assisted by Heather Bartell and Andy Lehman, doing a nice job with the Lady Blue Devils.
Called strike on the first pitch. Again, nice movement on that one by Maya Hovland.
We may never see another pitch except for the outside corners here.
Yeah.
Boy, everybody's...
And strike 2.
They are finding the glove that's put there. That glove isn't even having to move. They don't even need to frame it when it comes in there.
Our portable press box doesn't give us the best view.
Whoa.
There's a shot up the middle, just past Hovland's glove.
Yep, just past it.
So Annika Lehman on with a single.
Yeah, her last time up, she grounded out, I believe.
Dave Halverson now out to talk to his troops. Looks like they're going to make a change here. Maya Hovland is multiple changes here. Maya Hovland is going to go to first base. Molly Malepsky will come out. Lexi Kemnitzer will pitch. And I believe we'll see Karis Rogers go to short. Kirsten Torres-Gonzalez is in right field.
Okay, Mark, those all down on your little chart that you have there, John.
Oh, yeah.
John
So really, batting-wise, no changes. But Lexi Kemnitzer will come in to pitch. She pitched last night. She'll come in trailing 4-3 with a runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the third inning.
Yep.
Interesting day weather-wise. The sun is out. It feels warm. Then you have clouds and it cools off and you don't feel the breeze, then you do, and I guess it's still spring, so that's kind of the way it is. So Chemnitzer will come in from her shortstop position here in the top of the third.
I said last night she went all the way, 7 innings. Giving up only 4 hits and 2 runs. Again, one of them was a home run. So hopefully there's not a repeat of that here tonight.
And again, just basically position changes here,
Yep.
but a lengthy delay to...
Had a lot of delays here tonight, and they've been lengthy, haven't they? Starting with our pregame, John. Again, I guess I can give a special shout-out again here to Kelly Logan, Patrick Moore, and Ryan Denzer, Andrew Day, and Justin Janis, again, for all their help on the cameras, etc. tonight. Great job, guys.
So Becca Cronin, first baseman, comes to bat. She struck out her first time at bat. Annika Lehman on at first off that rocket up the middle.
Boy, that wasn't it?
And ball 2.
Too bad, because Maya Hovland almost stabbed that as it went by her. But, boy, that was a bullet. It was past before she could get the glove out.
And 3-0.
I just kind of wonder when you got to bring somebody in, throw 5 warm-ups, and then you got to go right away. Importance of warming up and preparation. That's better.
And it wasn't 3-0. It was actually 2-1. So now it's 2-2.
Okay. Again, Lexi 5-0 on the year. 3 saves on the year for her. 3-0.
Much better seeing a 2-2 than a 3-1.
Yes, sir.
And a called strike. So
second time she's struck out.
third baseman, number 29, Josie Neely. So Cronin down for the second time on strikes. And that pitch is a strike. Whether it's baseball or softball, the key is, getting that ball across the plate. They hit you, but it's better than giving a free pass. So a swinging strike. So 0-2 to Josie Neely, who had a base hit her first time up.
Boy, and I'll tell you, Lexi's just ready to go, too. You can see she's in a rhythm, and she wants to take no time here. Neely stepping out. Just trying to slow her down.
Ground ball to first. Hovland's got it. Touches the bag for the out.
Yep.
So 2 outs. Runner advances to second base. And that brings up Jada Cronin.
She walked her first time up.
Second baseman, number 7, Jada Cronin. So 2 outs and a runner on first base.
Oh, nice pitch. Right
And a called strike.
We really get to see the ball move from back here, don't we, John? It's kind of a fun part of the location.
So Chemnitzer's pitch is low, so 1-1. Tell you, trying to do the scoreboard, and I got the headset on. It's hard to hear the umpires call sometimes.
Yep. She's got an 0.85 ERA.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second base here in the top of the third inning. Again, Spartans trail 4-3. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ball high, so 2-2. 2-2 and 2 outs.
Dad said that's kind of maybe one of her favorite pitches is the rise ball. Especially you get count in your advantage and you throw that riser and the batter to chase it. Oh, nice.
Strike 3.
Change. Second strikeout of the inning and her.
For Evansville in the top of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base.
And her 65th strikeout on the season. Let me finish my thing here on softball history. Stevens Point leads all programs in state titles with 8. Kimberly 7. Marion 6. Both Denmark and Oakfield have won 5 championships. 4 of Stevens Point 8 titles came consecutively from 2001 to 2004. To have the distinction of being the only school to accomplish that feat Ashwaubenon has 4 titles, and Loyal, Pacelli, and Poinet have won 3 titles. Schools that have won 3 consecutive championships in addition to Stevens Point are Ashwaubenon from 92 to 94, Loyal from 78 to 80, and Marion 90 to 92. Ashwaubenon and Stevens Point lead all member schools in the number of trips to the state tournament with 16. Then comes Kimberly with 14, followed by Homestead and Oakfield with 12. Chippewa Falls and Verona locally here with 11. Cedarburg, Elmwood, and Loyal have made 9 appearances. Abilene East, Madison, La Follette, Marion, Poinet, Watertown, Wetosha Central, and Wilmot have made 8. Grantsburg, Hamilton, Hurley, Madison Memorial, Monroe, Oak Creek, Oshkosh West, Seneca, John, and
Hurley.
South Milwaukee have made 7 appearances. And Altoona, Arrowhead, Denmark, Germantown, Horicon, Hortonville, Marshall,
Leading
Menominee,
off for the Spartans, the catcher, number 2, Kendra Forsmo.
Milwaukee, Bayview, New Berlin, Eisenhower, and Pacelli each have 6.
Isn't it interesting, back in that first state title, you had Madison West playing Elmwood,
27 to 8.
which would now be a Division I school versus a Division 4.
Right. Well,
It was okay then, but not today. But
right. Hey, it's like Dodgeville dumping Milwaukee Lincoln in the state basketball tournament, John.
That's right.
Weenie Wilson, head coach at Dodgeville.
Tell you, Kashore's on a roll, 4
Yes,
in a row
she
here,
is.
strikeouts. See if Kendra can break that. Fouled back on the bunt. So 0-2.
Again,
If
Kendra
Kashore
Forsmo-
can keep that up with our top 3 hitters, though, that's pretty impressive.
Right. Kendra got her 12th walk on the season to tie.
So
Morgan
0-2 the count here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 4-3 Evansville. Ooh,
Boy, now she's trying to
Just
paint the outside
a little
corner
bit
to the
outside.
lefty. Yep. Got to find the other corner now.
now Fredrickson's setting her up very well back behind the plate. A little bit outside. So 1-2. It's going to be high, so 2-2. See if Kendra can put one out there in right center field. A little bit of space out there for her. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Boy, Kashore on a roll, John.
The pitcher, number 6, Lexi Chemnitzer.
Single and an RBI, Lexi's last time up. Again, for her, academic excellence 2 years in a row, and a certificate high honor roll, Gatorade Player of the Year 2 years in a row, first team all conference 4 years, all area player, all district, first team all state, you name it, second team volleyball, whatever.
Ooh,
An all around athlete.
That's
in
hit
the
hard.
gapper. And it is gone. Going, gone for Lexi
Number 6,
Chemnitzer.
Chemnitzer.
Wow.
I thought
To
ball
knot the
came
ball
back.
game up, her 3rd home run of the year. And what an opportune time for her coming in to pitch to help the team. And now at the plate again, like she did last night. 7 innings pitched and 3 for 3 last night. 2 for 2 so far tonight. And that stops Kashore's run of strikeouts, John.
That was a shot to right center.
Yes,
Again,
it
Lexi
was.
2 for 2.
Single and
First baseman, number 11, Maya Hovland.
2 RBIs, and we're now knotted at 4. Maya popped out to second base, her first time up. And we're back on the outside corner again here with Kashore.
So 0-1 to count. Push, hit that one hard because a little bit of wind out there. And that ball was drilled to right center.
Yep.
Ball low, so
Like
1-1.
Maya's statement here, too, her favorite position, why pitcher, because I love the pressure and being able to control the game. That's nice. That's taking leadership.
Well, you
Gotta
gotta
like
like
that.
the fact that
Yep.
somebody likes pressure.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Grounded back to Kashore over to first, 2 outs.
Said that's the sign of a true leader when you can make that statement and live up to it.
Second baseman, number 8, Sophie Quell.
Yep, again, Sophie, big first inning 3-run homer last night. Her first time up, a ground out, but got an RBI on it.
So ball one on the first pitch.
Sophie Quell batting .426 on the year, .456 on base percentage, and a .648 slugging percentage.
Ooh.
Boy,
Tell you what, when Kishore misses, she doesn't miss by
no,
much.
and she gave that a long stare. She wanted that right there.
So 2-0 the count to Sophie Quell, the sophomore.
Back to the corner. Advice for young girl softball players is interesting. Sophie says, try and play multiple positions at a young age because you never know until you try where you might play the best or what you might like. Great
2-1
advice.
the count, 2 outs. Ball inside.
Kishore again showing a few emotions out there on the mound. It's kind of mixed it up there.
She's a player.
Yep.
She's a competitor.
Yes,
out
she
there.
is.
3-1, 2 outs. And ball 4.
Jenna Quell worked it for a walk.
Left fielder number 5, Morgan Richter.
That was Sophie Quell, only her 4th walk on the season, but a big one.
And only the
Got a base
second
runner.
walk given up here tonight
Yep, by
by
Kishore.
Kishore.
Morgan Richter, a single and an RBI, and then a stolen base in her first up.
Richter ground ball, and Litzheim's got it.
Yep, nice play.
Takes the put out at second, and that'll do it for the Spartans. For the Spartans in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 run, 1 hit, no runners left on base. After 3, we're tied at 4.
John, I'm going to go back also to that changing from 40 feet, or from 40 feet to 43 feet for the pitcher's mound. Some other thoughts on it was that a person was quoted as saying, at 40 feet, you could win with hard throwers, poor defense, and mediocre hitting because of the hard thrower. Whereas at 43 feet, in order to win, you have to have good pitching, good hitting, and good defense, which I thought is probably pretty true because, you know, back when you were at 40 feet, boy, what an advantage with these schools that have that one flamethrower. And, I mean, the ball got to you so quick, you were just guessing. You almost had to start swinging as that ball came out of her hand.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning, for the Blue Devils, the left fielder, number 27, Raina Litzheim. So Raina Litzheim will lead it off. She got on by an error. I believe that was that ball that was dropped right down the third base line on the bunt, first time up in the overthrow.
Yeah,
at
it was.
First.
Yep.
Fouled back, so it's 0-2.
John, how many times do you see a coach call for a bunt even with 2 strikes?
Yeah, not too often.
Not
but
too often, unless you have a lot of confidence in that kid who's laying down the bunt, I guess. And there was
swing and a
the
miss.
riser. That's the pitch.
So
That Lexi
1 down.
likes. Yep.
Shortstop, number 8, Kyla Litzheim.
Three.
Kyla Litzheim steps up. She had a sacrifice.
And a double the first time up. 1 for 2.
So first pitch is a ball, so 1-0. Outside, 2-0.
Chemnitzer so far, 3 strikeouts and a ground out since she took over for Maya Hovland.
Popped up. Kendra's got it.
Say it
So
again.
pop up to Kendra. Didn't even have to take the mask off
Nope.
for that one. So 2 outs. The pitcher, number 22, Kelsey Kishore. So that's an F2 in my makeshift scorebook here. We are operating.
Yep. Don't like to hear those sirens in the background, John.
Yeah, there's something going on right behind us, Bill,
Yep,
but we
must
don't have
be.
any windows open, so.
Nope. Or we just hope they're not headed to the high school where they're playing baseball tonight. And there's comes over there, Blue Devils and Spartans going at it in baseball over at the high school tonight.
I think it's 1 and 2.
Yep.
Yep, 1 and 2.
1 and 2. I just saw him put that sign up.
Oh. Just misses. 2-2, 2 outs. Nobody on base for the Blue Devils here in the top of the 4th inning. Great day for softball here at the Waubesa Softball Complex. That's outside, so 3 and 2. Full count, 2 outs. Fouled back on the right side, out of play.
Yep, a ground out and a strike and a walk so far for Kishore.
So full count, 2 outs. Here's Chemnitzer's pitch. Grounded to first. Hovland's got it. She'll take it unassisted. And that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Blue Devils here in the top of the 4th. For Evansville in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits. No runners left on base.
Okay, John, kind of like what I do in basketball and that. Let's have a little trivia question here. And if any of you can get the answer to me tonight, we have a special little prize for you. And you're saying, wait a second, how can I get the answer to you tonight, seeing as though this telecast is going to be on in 4 or 5 days from now, and that's part of the prize, I guess. Anyways, here is tonight's trivia question. What is the circumference of a softball? I have 4 choices. Letter A is the circumference, the roundness of it, 9 inches, B, 11 inches, C, 12 inches, or D, 13 inches.
You might have to define circumference. So.
Roundabout. Would that be correct, John? 9 inches, 11 inches, 12 inches, or 13 inches? And the answer is, there are 2 different answers. If you are age 10 and under, it is preferred that you use an 11-inch circumferenced ball. The ball they are using out here tonight, and for all others, is 12 inches. John, maybe you want to talk about the importance behind using the proper equipment and the proper size ball.
Right after this.
Okay, introduce our next batter.
Leading off for the Spartans, number 15, Molly Malepsky. So Molly Malepsky will lead off.
Struck out her first time up.
4 sizes of softballs, 16, which they still
that's
play
right.
in the Chicago area.
You're
14.
Right, yep.
I've played 16, I've played 14, and I've played 12-inch softball.
Where'd you play that? Down at Pecatonica?
16-inch softball we played in the league in Monticello back in 1977 or 78.
There we go.
A group of my classmates, we formed a team. We were sponsored by Tom's Silo Service. And we got put in the best league right away. And we didn't do too badly. About a 190-foot fence all the way around.
Did you knock one out of there, John?
No, I pitched. But we used gloves down in Chicago area. They still play some 16-inch ball with no gloves.
Right. Yep.
So 1-1 to Molly Malepsky here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied at 4. That is outside. Molly's first time up. She went down on strikes. In fact, the next 5 batters for the Spartans down on strikes in their last at-bat. Here's Kishore's pitch. No.
Waved it off.
3-1.
Oh, John, I got to say this too. Molly, remember? First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt.
She quoted
Advice
Eleanor
for young-
Roosevelt.
Yep.
That's a strike.
Remember her advice for young girl softball players, Eleanor Roosevelt: no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. We said it's the first time we ever heard anybody quote Eleanor Roosevelt for advice.
Full count.
To
Kishore
youth.
on the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike
Painted
3.
that corner again. Second strikeout for Molly Malepsky.
Shortstop, number 7, Karis Rogers. So 6 strikeouts on the afternoon here for Kishore. Ground ball back to the middle. She'll take it. Over to Cronin at first, and there are 2 outs.
Ground out and a strikeout for Karis Rogers. KJ Lefebvre, she struck out her first time up.
Center fielder, number 1, KJ Lefebvre.
Yep, KJ batting .243 on the year, .378 on base percentage, and .270 slugging percentage.
That's fouled back.
What do you think, John? Maybe I'll call it the 5th inning stretch. Maybe we can get people up and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," a little Cather karaoke here.
I don't think our athletic director approved that, though, so I don't know if we're going to be able to do that tonight or not. Lefebvre calls time. 0-1, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. We're tied at 4 here, Rock Valley Conference softball action. Little slapper towards
she gonna
third.
beat it out.
Oh, they got her. That was close. No replays here, so
Very close.
3 up, 3 down for the Spartans.
Quick inning, John.
For the Spartans in the bottom of the 4th inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. 4 innings in the books. We are tied at 4.
So, John, I will leave that up to you. Like, you're making the calls here, whether there's, for you, the listening public and that. Maybe do I just sing it quietly to myself here? For the people that want to hear Cather karaoke, they're going to have to watch this telecast rather than going out over the airways.
Well,
Actually, I heard
wait
people in the
before
adjoining.
Spartans come up, so.
I heard people in the adjoining neighborhoods were actually the ones that filed the complaint. They were wondering what was going on over here.
Leading off the top of the 5th inning for the Blue Devils, the right fielder, number 2, Maya White. So Maya White will lead off the top of the 5th for Evansville. She got on by an error and had a base hit, so she's been on base twice in her 2 at-bats. Yep. First pitch is a ball. Lexi Chemnitzer on the mound for the Spartans. She came in the 3rd inning. Ball hit hard to right field. Richter, or left field. Richter under it for the out.
We're going to call that a can of corn.
I know my right from my left.
I only had to take about 2 steps back to get to that ball.
Catcher, number 33, Sarah Fredrickson. So White goes F7 in the book, and that'll bring up Sarah Fredrickson with a walk and a strikeout in her 2 at-bats. That first pitch is a ball.
Yep, trying to give a little gift here to Grandma Jan. How many more times do I need to mention Grandma Jan turning 70 today, huh?
Whoa.
Oh, foul ball.
That one will go foul. Got just a little bit ahead of that one. Pulls it down the left field line. So a strike in the book, so 1-1
Boy, John, I know
to Sarah Fredrickson.
You were mentioning the changing weather here, too. I mean, this just goes from...
That's why I wore a coat.
Very nice, yeah. And I've got my coat sitting next to me here. That's how smart I am.
So 1-1. Outside pitch, end of the bat, off the dugout roof.
Well, maybe we want to talk about these new dugouts that have been constructed here, John, and why that is.
Yeah, masonry materials for the dugouts donated by Rural Masonry.
And why is that,
And these
John?
were blown over in a windstorm a couple years ago, kind of a downburst.
Yep.
Kind of a straight line with damage. Oh, change up.
Oh, wow.
Just got a piece of that one, though. Just a piece.
Yeah, when was that? A couple of years ago. This whole field.
Yeah, you could kind of draw a line right through town where the damage was.
This shed lived through it, or this.
Whoa, way ahead. Heads up.
Whoa. It almost knocked off that gentleman getting a hot dog down there at the concession stand. Unaware.
That was a shot.
Yes, it was.
That's the thing. You go to a ball game, you always got to be heads up for our. Ooh, she goes outside. Kind of a cue shot off the end of the old stick there.
We're seeing a little bit of everything here out of Fredrickson on this.
Tell you what, though, she gets her pitch. She's got the power to take it long.
Yep.
So 1-2, she fights at the plate, and that's fouled back. Big pitch at bat here
It's fun to watch.
for Sarah Fredrickson, the catcher.
Fun to watch. This is what high school softball is all about right here.
So 1-2. Oh, line to
man,
Jenna Quell. She's got it.
Look at Jenna rolling the ball back out. She thought it was out number 3.
Well, we're going to play 3 outs in this inning.
Yeah,
so.
I think either that or I'm not sure how strong Jenna was in
Center
that.
fielder, number 28, Annika Lehman.
As now Jenna is holding up 2 fingers, meaning, yep, there are now 2 outs.
Well, maybe
Jenna.
she'll get another one here and
Yep.
then can do the same thing.
You're right.
Boy, that's off the hand and fouled.
Nope.
Ouch.
I'm calling in
That's a stinger.
head coach Charity Castrone. Take a look at.
They're going to check the ball.
If there's any damage to
She's
Lehman
fine.
here.
These kids are tough.
Yep. Lehman so far, a ground out.
She's shaking
and a
it
single.
off.
Yep. Ground out and a single for Lehman so far.
0-1, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Annika Lehman, the center fielder. That is a ball. Lehman grounded out to short and got a base hit in her 2 at-bats here. So 1-1. And
and a
she
seeing
finds
eye single.
the gap there and gets a base hit.
Boy, I mean, that split Quell.
First baseman, number 18, Becca Cronin.
I mean, that split him perfectly on that.
So Lehman is 2 for 3. Cronin's going to go to the left side. That ball almost hits a fan.
Cronin so far a strikeout in the 2nd inning and a strikeout in the 3rd inning.
Unless you're sitting behind a screen, you just can't turn your head at the old ballpark. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Again, Cronin has struck out both times in her first 2 at-bats. So 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3
Oh,
called. And that'll
nice
do it for
job.
Cronin and the Blue Devils here in the top of the 5th.
Yep.
For Evansville in the top of the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, and they leave 1.
All right. I think it is time for that stretch. So for those of you watching this ball game at home, it's time for Cather karaoke, and we're going to do Take Me Out to the Ball Game. A 1. Should I do it, John?
The mic is on.
All right, here we go. It's time for your 5th inning stretch, so please join me. Out. We're coming to the ball game. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the park. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever come back, so it's root for your Spartans. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Hey, hey! Go Spartans!
That was okay. Leading off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Spartans, the 3rd baseman, number 12, Jenna Quell.
Jenna so far a single and a strikeout. Again, as that corner got painted 3 times against her the last time up here, because Shore was on a roll at the time.
We have a bird flying back and forth from right field to left field here. Forget what game it was, a bird in Major League Baseball. I think it was in San Francisco. A bird,
hit.
one of those seabirds was hit and
Yes.
dropped.
Yeah, I mean, it was hit and dropped is correct.
First pitch is a called strike. Jenna struck out her last time. First time up, got a base hit back in the first inning. So 0-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kashore's pitch is low, so it'll be 1-1. Again, 6 strikeouts so far in the game for Kelsey Kashore. Spartan pitchers have combined for 5 pitches, or 5 strikeouts.
5 strikeouts, yep. Good eye, Jenna.
2-1. And that wind kind of tricky. All of a sudden gusting a little bit.
And it's gusting inside here and making this a heck of a lot cooler
And
than I planned
We're going to
on.
cool off the next
Yes.
few days here. And that's ball 3. So 3-1 to the third baseman, Jenna Quell, the senior.
Senior, yep.
And leadoff batter. As she
Seniors?
has been almost her entire career.
Yep.
Fouled back, so
Right
that'll
in the
make
corner.
it 3-2 count.
She gets a bat on this. This ball's going to be driven to right or right center. It'd be nice if she could hit a gap or a big space out there in right center field, Jen.
So 3-2 the count to leadoff batter Jenna Quell here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
There it
And
is.
she'll hit
Get
it.
down.
Get down. It
yes,
does.
it did.
Right field, Maya White almost came up with that one.
Yep.
That ball had eyes, though, and it dropped. So a single for Jenna Quell.
Yep. Jenna,
Catcher, number 2, Kendra Forsmo.
2 for 3 for Jenna Quill on the night, probably upping her average from 457. Kendra Forsmo again tonight coming in, 366 batting average. So far a walk and a strikeout for Kendra.
And see if we have Kendra bunting this time now. Puts it down, third base is in. First base is not. Swing and a
Swinging
miss.
away.
There's the answer to that question.
throwback.
Quell dives back in at first base.
Boy, there was no thought of a bunt there.
Had to put this one in play.
Yep.
So
Kendi
0-1
Rue.
to Kendra Forsmo, the catcher. She's walked and struck out here so far this afternoon. A little bit high, so 1-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yep, they said Kendra Forsmo with that first walk got up. She's now tied Karis Rogers for 12 walks on the season for the team. So a good eye on Kendra.
So here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, nice
Stay
bunt. Stay
fair.
fair. Goes foul. So it's 1-2.
We saw a similar bunt like that. Stay fair for the Blue Devils earlier. That was a big play in this game.
And you're kind of losing that line on third base, so it kind of becomes an umpire's
Discretion.
call on that, but they've got a good angle for it. So 1-2, the count to Kendra Forsmo here. Runner on first base is Jenna Quell. Nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kelsey Kashore on the mound for the Blue Devils. Here's the pitch.
Oh,
Ground
get through.
ball to first. That
Yeah.
will move the runner. Quell slides in.
Okay.
It's as good as a bunt.
Yes, it was.
So Kendra gets the job done, moves Quell to second base. Now
Leading
brings
run
up
to second
Lexi
base.
Chemnitzer.
Yep.
Pitcher number 6, Lexi Chemnitzer.
Big night for Lexi so far. First inning, single and an RBI, and then home run time.
And I got to
Kaboom!
believe they're going to kind of pitch around her here
Yep.
with first base open. Or not.
Well, and I'll tell you
Strike
what.
at the knees.
Yep, they're going to put that ball right on the outside corner, and if she wants to go chase it out there, I think Lexi's going to a little closer to that plate and maybe try and just step and pound one to right center. That's what I'm calling.
Ooh, another one.
Wow, this would be a big
Kashore
out.
not afraid of anybody
No,
here.
no, this would be a big out for them to get Lexi out.
Well, let's see if they'll go to that same spot or they'll maybe pitch her away this time with an 0-2
If they get her
count.
to chase
Runner
something.
on second. Going to set her up inside. That's a good spot for Kashore.
Yep.
So 1-2. Again, Jenna Quell on second base. Lexi Chemnitzer at the plate. 1-2, 1 out. Kashore's pitch. Oh, did she go? Well, they appealed it. It's pretty tough to appeal it, though,
Yeah,
on
from
an
where he's
outside
standing.
pitch to the base umpire who's located between second and third base. So
Right.
rarely are you going to get that call on an appeal simply of where that
I would agree
where
with
that umpire is.
Right.
If he's down on the first base line, he's got a little better angle at
Yeah.
it. So
That's
that was close.
boy,
Let's just put it
Kishore
that way.
is not happy with that, as well as obviously the Blue Devil fans.
she's gotta
sitting over
bounce
to our
back and
right. Yep.
Stay
She's
focused.
got to refocus. Yep.
And a called strike.
Boy, and a nice change up.
Nice pitch.
Yep, nice change up. All right.
First baseman, number 11, Maya Hovland. So 7th strikeout for Kishore. Now there's 2 outs.
Get this run in right here.
Maya Hovland 0 for 2.
Yep.
Fly ball to second base and a ground out to the pitcher in her first 2 appearances.
Oh, and I can see the catcher framing it, trying
yeah.
to bring it back.
Gotta love it.
Yep.
It's a 1-0.
Fredrickson had to bring that one back quite a bit that time. So
A great day for softball here at the Wabisa Softball Complex.
and watching
Foul
the top
ball,
2
right
teams.
field line, gets out of play.
Great battle between
Or
the
maybe.
top 2
No, I guess it
teams,
didn't
John.
get out of play. Of course, we're screened from our temporary quarters here behind home plate. A converted soft drink trailer.
And we were kind of screened by the screen also.
So
Oh,
1-1 the count to Maya Hovland.
Come on, Myatt. Give us the lead right here.
Swing and a miss.
Boy, Kishore is just tougher than nails, man. She has found her spot on that outside corner.
I'm impressed.
Yep.
It's a good softball game, and we've seen some this year that haven't been so good here, so it's kinda nice to see a
Very
tight game,
competitive.
especially as you
Oh,
get
yes.
close to tournament. These are the type of games you'll be
You want to be playing?
playing in.
Absolutely, John.
So 1-2 the count to Hovland, 2 outs.
Oh, get through.
Oh, that's through.
There it
One
is.
hopper
Bring
to
her in.
White. Up on
And
the
she
throw.
is going to score.
Ball
And
comes in.
Maya Hovland with the RBI single. And a 5-4 Spartan lead. Big time hit. You know, I'll tell you got to feel good for Maya after, getting relieved of her pitching duties here. Struggled a little bit earlier on. And go ahead, John. The next hitter up here.
Second baseman, number 8, Sophie Quell.
Boy, you always feel good for a kid when they can deal with a little adversity like that. Struggled a little bit on the mound, got replaced on the mound, went to first base, but now giving her team the lead. The big RBI single. So
First pitch to Quell is a called strike.
kudos to you, Maya. That's a good focus right there.
So 0-1. That's a ball. Hovland back in on the throw. Nice quick snap by Fredrickson.
Yep, Sophie Quell.
1-1.
Ground out and an RBI. Her first at bat and a walk the second time up. Third time up for Sophie. Batting .426 on the year.
And
Oh.
line to first for the third out, but the Spartans get a run.
And a big run, John.
For the Spartans in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, and 1 runner left on base. After 5, it's Mcfarland 5, Evansville 4.
Well, I wanted to just say, John, too, I mean, this has been fun. Because, with softball now you have the 10-run rule, and, you especially get some of these programs like Mcfarland and Evansville this year and that, some pretty high-quality programs. You got kids that can just pound the ball in that, and you got a couple of good pitchers on these teams in that, and you're seeing or teams that just don't go as deep or have that much talent in that, and 10-run rule, you play only a few innings and ball game's over with. So this is a lot of fun. And like I said, and as you so well put it, getting ready for tournament time, you want to play some of these games in conference, so you're ready for it.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Blue Devils, the third baseman, number 29, Josie Neely. So Josie Neely, third baseman, will lead off. She's got a hit and a ground out to first base in her 2 at-bats.
7 in the order. Right here, very important for Chemnitzer not to walk anybody. You don't want to give any free passes here. Make them hit the ball. You got a good defense behind you, and
Swing and a miss.
Get through the bottom part of this order. Go 1, 2, 3.
Kind of jammed Neely against 7, 8, 9 batters this inning. So you want to put them down in order.
Yep.
You don't want runners on the base when the top of the order comes up. Pop up.
Oh,
the ball drops.
Dropped. You could see that was just going to be a little trouble. That was just one of those little nubbers. Go ahead, John.
Second baseman, number 7, Jada Croning.
See,
Did she get a glove on that? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, she got a glove on. She just got a little late start on it. You could see they're kind of maybe a little distracted by Forsmo coming out also at her.
And a bunt foul.
Yep, just bear down now and still go 1, 2, 3 in this inning.
So the tying runner on first base for Evansville.
Yep.
Here in the top of the 6th inning, nobody out.
Just bear down and focus.
Jada Croning with a strikeout.
Right, she's walked and struck out so far.
Couldn't read my own writing.
Yep.
I couldn't remember what that. Yeah, that's a called strike.
Yep, right
on the
now.
offer. So 1 and 2.
Big K Cather right now calling for a big K from Lexi Chemnitzer would be nice.
So 1 and 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to first.
Can throw it on
And
to
runner
first.
is
You just
back.
want to be very careful with that because bad throw.
Left fielder, number 27, Raina Litzheim.
Bad throw brings the bottom of the order into scoring position. Don't want to do that. Nice pitch. But unless we have a double play ball here, we're going into the top of the order for the Blue Devils.
Foul ball.
Ooh,
Jammed her
Finley
inside,
got
too.
Lucky, yep. Lucky that she wasn't hit by that pitch.
Pulls that bat back, and she's on first base.
Yep. Yes, she would have been. Boy, and that would have been big. Her
Believe
first time up. She's the one that,
Chemnitzer with 5 strikeouts, and she came into the
Yep.
game.
this was the unbelievably great bunt that she laid down that third base right on the chalk in the
And
first
Litzheim
inning.
0 for 2. Ball outside.
Forsmo trying to frame it, bring it back in.
Struck out her last time at bat, but again,
Umpire.
Lexi Chemnitzer swing
And her
and a
favorite
miss.
pitch, the riser.
And 2 outs.
6.
Shortstop, number 8, Kyla Litzheim. That brings up the leadoff batter, Kyla Litzheim.
6 strikeouts.
She's 0 for 2, or 1 for 2, a double and a pop up to the catcher,
Yep.
and a sacrifice. So this is her 4th time at bat. Ball 1 on the first pitch. Popped up, gonna get over the screen. Back up into the upper deck here at Wabisa Softball Complex. Up, we can't say that because the camera's from center field, so they know
Right.
we're joking here. Swing and a miss.
Brought her to her knees.
And runner will go down to second base.
Brought the batter to her knees on that changeup.
Tough
but-
play for Kendra Forsmo, who was down on her knees to make that
Absolutely.
throw. So
Yep.
runner is in scoring position, though, at second base. 1 and 2 the count. Now let's get the batter here.
Yep.
And put a close to Evansville's 6th inning.
Yep. Time to close it out right here, Lexi. This big pitch. 1 and 2. I'm going with the riser. That's her.
Josie
seems to
Neely
be
at
her-
second base for the Blue
her
Devils.
pitch.
Outside, so 2-2 evens the count. "5-4" our score. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Sophie Quell
yep.
got it.
And
Inning is
nice
over.
job, Lexi.
For Evansville in the top of the 6th inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base.
Excellent, John. Lead off with Morgan Richter this time, and Morgan single and an RBI her first time up. Also stole a base. Grounded out her last time up. So we head into our order with, where are we at? We are at 6, 7, and 8. Richter, Molly Mlepsky, and Karis Rogers this inning.
So a great softball game here, Bill. 5-4 our score. Bottom of the 6th inning.
Nice to get a couple of insurance runs here, wouldn't it, Jan? Just going to see if I can.
Yeah, Evansville will have 2, 3, and 4 up in their half of the 7th inning with a 1-run lead. Again, I think our temperatures probably dropped at least
plummeting, John.
Dropped at least 10, 12 degrees since this game started.
Trying to see if we can get a. I'm going to text over to the baseball field and see if we can get a baseball score from Mr. Brad Minter.
So Morgan Richter will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Spartans. Leading off for the Spartans, the left fielder, number 5, Morgan Richter. So Morgan Richter 1 for 2, a single and ground out to the shortstop fielder's choice. 5-4 our score. Spartans on top by a run. And that's fouled off, so strike 1.
Okay, we'll see about getting a baseball score back here soon. I just texted Mr. Minter, who's supervising tonight over at the baseball field.
So it should be Richter, Mlepsky, and Rogers here for the Spartans in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Morgan Richter again 1 for 2 tonight. Batting .333 on the season, so her average will go up a little bit.
So 1-1.
Great advice here too. Her advice for young girl softball players: never get down on yourself. That's true not only in athletics, but just in life. You know what?
It's
hang
too
in there.
easy to do it.
Yes,
and
it is. Too
doesn't
easy
help
to
you
quit.
at anything. So
No, it doesn't.
fouled back into the screen,
And, you
so
know,
1 and 2.
The idea I'm going to throw this into, we call this generation kind of the reset generation, Jen. They always want to, when things get going a little bit tough, it's just like you hit a reset button and you get to start over again. No. You know what? You got to learn in life how to work your way through issues and problems and that. And
Not everything's fair.
not everything's going to be perfect nor fair.
Nobody's entitled to anything. and
Nope. So you
Pitch
know
was
what?
high, and Richter fouls it back.
Only in video games are there reset buttons. Not in the game of life is there a reset button. Got to work your way through it. So great
So,
advice, Morgan.
1 and 2. The count here to Morgan Richter in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kishore, the pitcher. Ground ball back up the middle. Kishore over to Cronin for the first out.
Boy, it'd be nice, like you said, to get an insurance run here because. Go ahead, John.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 4, Mackenzie Beam.
Kenzie Beam.
So Mackenzie Beam going to come to the plate. She's a sophomore.
Yep. She said she started playing in 4th grade because she saw her brother playing. Favorite food, ice cream, TV show Scandal, and movie Begin Again. She'd like to say hello to anyone in her family who's there. Okay. All right, Kenzie, let's get this started here in this inning.
And that ball is low, so 1-0 to Mackenzie Beam here in the bottom of the 6th inning with 1 out.
Batting .235 on the season, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 5 RBIs. He's got
So 1-1 with 1 out.
Oh, and there was that
Caught the
corner.
outside corner, so 1-2. Again, we're Thursday, May the 12th, 2016, here at Wabisa Softball Complex in Mcfarland. John Wells, Bill Cather, having a lot of fun.
Ooh, that was a better cut at the ball. John, remind me, too, at the end of this inning, like you maybe, either you can or I can, just announce to people where they can view these games, to the crowd here, so that can get out. You can tell them to just go to YouTube, Mcfarland Cable.
Ooh, just a little bit low, just misses. So 2-2.
Again, John Wells, Bill Cather, we do this volunteer just because we love doing it, provide memories not only for the kids but also for you, the viewing audience out there.
Plus, no one would pay us for it. So actually, I don't know about that.
I don't know, yeah.
Oh, that fouled off.
All right.
Thought that was going to be another like a cue shot there and roll back, but hits a rock. It would have had to have been a pretty big stone for that one to roll back fair.
I agree with you on that.
So 2-2 the count. Good at bat here for Mackenzie Beam.
Yeah.
Facing Kelsey Kishore.
First appearance tonight for Kenzie.
So the 2-2 pitch. That's low, so she's worked the count full. 3-2, 1 out.
Oh, there we go. Nice
base
wrap.
hit for Mackenzie Beam. Tell you what, that was a good at bat.
That
Worked
was
the count
wonderful.
full.
Yep. Oh, Kishore not happy with that, knowing she had a new batter in there and gave up a single.
Now batting for the Spartans, number 9, Kirsten Torres Gonzalez.
Three bases on balls, 6 RBIs, 3 strikeouts, and batting .375 on the season.
So Mackenzie Beam
Yep.
steps in a big situation, gets a base hit. Now Kirsten Torres Gonzalez will come up.
And she did a wonderful job on last Thursday's game of singing our national anthem to start the ball game, John.
That's right.
Very nice.
Always
job.
fun to have one of the players. Oh, dives back in. So a strike. And Beam back in at first base. Yep. That'll get the uniform a little dirty.
Oh, I like this. Kirsten Torres Gonzalez. Nicknames Kit, K, Super K, and Special K.
Wow.
I didn't see Big K down there, so that's okay. Then, huh?
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back.
Better swing.
0-2. So 0-2.
1 out. Let's
Players
move
are
that
fired
runner.
up here.
Yep, move that runner. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Get over her head.
Over the center
Over the center fielder's head.
Beam will go to third. Gonzalez with a
Kit,
stand
Special
up
K,
double.
Super K. Big hit. Big double. Boy, I'll tell you. Great insertions here by Coach Halverson.
So Mackenzie Beam with the single. Kirsten Torres Gonzalez with a double.
2 clutch hits here by 2 replacement players. I'll tell you, John, this really shows you how you need to be ready at all times to play the game. And that's why as I look at KJ LaFave's quote here, her best softball memory, every time I step on the field, boy, you got to be ready to play at all times. And this is coming off of Kishore, who's really pitched a heck of a nice game here Maybe it's the idea of 2 new ball players coming in facing her, and boy, 2 solid hits. And you can tell the weather's changed. Look at Lefebvre now in a long sleeve T-shirt.
Well, I have Karis Rogers listed up here, so again,
KJ
I get a little
Lefebvre,
confused with
I think.
the.
Yeah, this is KJ. Strikeout and the ground out. 1 out. Got to get at least one of these runs in here, KJ.
I get a little confused how this all works.
Yeah, I don't know.
Batter all of a sudden comes out of the order.
Guess we just have to go with what we see in front of us, John.
So 1-1 with 1 out.
Our eyes don't lie.
KJ Lefebvre, the freshman, playing center field. So a double by Torres Gonzalez and a single by Kenzie Beam.
Okay.
Lefebvre goes for that high pitch and fouls it back. So it's 1-2 with 1 out. She can keep it alive here with 1 out, put it in play.
Yep.
And bring in a run.
And you have Jenna Quell up next. Sure, Coach Halverson, the Spartans would love that. Riser, yep. 2-2.
That's high.
KJ
2-2,
Lefebvre.
1 out. Runners on second and third.
She's taken 8 walks so far this year, so she's got the ability, a good eye.
Left side of the infield is slightly in. That's ball 3.
Oh, and here is a big pitch, John.
So Kishore
Boy.
may be tiring a little
Yep.
bit here. She's thrown a lot of pitches.
Yes, she has, but the one thing she doesn't want to do here is load them up for Jenna Quell, I don't think, with 1 out here. See how selective KJ will be here. Yep, fought
And
off
she
a
fouls
pitch.
it back.
Yep, fought off a pitch on the outside corner.
So Rogers was the designated player who must have come out of the order.
I guess so, John. I
guess.
can only agree with you. All right, KJ, have a good eye on this. Oh, Ben,
So
boy,
nice
was
pitch,
that a
and that's a
great pitch.
called strike.
That was on the inside corner at the knees.
Third baseman number 12, Jenna Quell.
That was a heck of a pitch by Kishore in that situation. All right.
2 outs. Runners
again-
at second and third.
Somebody like Jenna Quell's got to love situations like this.
Kishore's pitch is a strike at the knees.
Like
Or
umpire Hansen.
or somewhere-
he's
somewhere
starting
close to it.
Starting to give that low ball into his strike zone.
That's a ball, so 1-1.
Sure might be a little careful with Jenna Quell.
Yeah, Jenna 2 for 3 here, 2
Yep.
singles and a strikeout.
Yep.
This is her 4th at bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So here's the pitch.
Oh, and
That's low.
it's looked exactly like the first pitch, didn't it, John? About the same location, but
Pretty close.
Yep.
Pretty close.
2-1.
2-1, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning.
Boy, she's looking for a pitch here, and if she gets it, looking to nail it right here, right center.
Outside, 3-1.
Look from that pitch, John, that Shore being a little protected here. I don't think she wanted to come in with that pitch real good.
This is the pitch right here. Jenna's she's gonna take it to right center field.
Yeah,
There's
we're
a
both
big
talking
gap.
right center, aren't we? Boy, there is a huge gap out there.
Here's a 3-1 pitch, 2 outs.
Nope.
Fouled. Almost
not
hits John
Keane.
Kepsel.
Coach Kepsel brought to his knees down there.
He's a young man over
Yep,
there. He's
yep.
pretty quick.
Boy, John was real quick with that. He reassuring the crowd he's okay.
He was on his knees before the ball was even hit. We're giving him more credit than he should get over
Jenna,
there,
I
but
think, is laughing at home plate, too, knowing, hey, she dumped her coach down there.
Full count. Ooh, the intensity here now. Full count. Kishore calls Fredrickson out to the mound. Full count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning.
Big pitch, John. This is Oh, let's see.
This is what it's all about. Everybody in the crowd here getting their money's worth,
Yes, they are.
even if they didn't
Oh,
pay
and
to
the
get
score
in.
in the baseball game is bottom of the 6th inning. Mcfarland 4, Evansville 3. So we have 2 one-run contests.
That's what you like.
Yep. High
Close,
school
competitive.
sports.
Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Kelsey Kishore, here's the pitch. Popped up foul, so another
Oh, Vincenna Quell pumping her fist. She knew she wanted that one right there. She wanted that one right there. That was boom time.
really Kishore now. The pitch is starting to add up.
Yep.
So full count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
Oh,
drilled to
get
left
down!
field.
Yeah,
That's
baby.
down the line. 2 runs will score
There we go. Nice
on
job.
the double.
And those are 2 big insurance RBIs for Jenna Quell.
So 7-4, our score.
Boy, and how good does that have to make Jenna feel? 0 for 5 last night, 3 for 4 tonight, John.
The catcher, number 2, Kendra Forsmo.
Kendra so far tonight, 0
Gotta
for
clear the
2.
balls and strikes.
A walk, a strikeout, and a ground out for Kendra.
That's a ball, so
Be nice right here to even see Kendra knock one to the outfield and get Jenna in for an additional insurance run. Boy, that was a big double for Jenna Quell. Again, working the count to 3-2 and then banging one to left field. Yeah, we'd like to have a pitch count, wouldn't we, here on Kishore?
it's-
She has thrown a ton tonight. I know it was mentioned to me, once you get to about 100 pitch count, that's usually a complete game, and I think she's pretty close to that mark, John.
just a little bit outside.
Working the
Tell you
count
though,
to
when she
3-0.
misses, it's not by much.
No, she's pitched really a heck of a nice game here tonight for them.
So 3-0 the count. That's a strike.
And again, what's happened here tonight, just this team batting that Mcfarland, the Lady Spartans, put out here every night. It's just Coach Halverson, Kepsel, and Schreier just have these kids hitting the ball. And
So
another
ball
walk.
4 to Kendra Forsmo. So now it'll be first and second.
Kendra Forsmo. Go ahead, John.
The pitcher, number 6, Lexi Chemnitzer.
With that walk, Kendra Forsmo now 13 bases on balls, leading the team this year right now in bases on balls. It's good to have as a second, being second in the order. That person on base. Boy, more insurance. Lexi could really seal the deal here.
And that's a ball.
Tonight, 2 for 3. Single and an RBI in the first inning. Third inning, a home run.
To right center, almost by where our camera, well, I guess a little bit right of our camera.
And a strikeout her last time up. Nice night again for Lexi. Said she was the story last night down at Evansville.
Yeah,
Coming
Kishore has
back
thrown
strong
a
tonight.
lot of pitches here.
Yeah. Just
And again,
barely
not-
missing that
not
corner now,
missing
isn't
by
she?
much.
No, she's not, but
3-0,
not quite.
2 outs, green light, red light here.
Yep.
3-run lead for the Spartans in the
think,
bottom
John?
of the 6th.
It's
Green
down
light.
the gut. Let her go.
Green light. Oh, she wanted that one, but just a little bit high.
That
so the walk.
riser. She threw the riser, and that just was a little high. All right. Yep. Maya Hovland
First baseman, number 11, Maya Hovland.
gave the Lady Spartans the lead at 5-4 with her RBI single the last time up, Jen. So she's popped out to second, grounded out, and then the big RBI single to give the Spartans lead 5-4 until Jenna Quell pushed it up further. Bags full for Maya Hovland. Again, like to see what she's done after being replaced early in the game from pitching standpoint.
Setting her up outside.
Yep. Bounced back and stayed focused and now doing it with her back.
Kendra Forsmo pointing to the outside. She can see where the catcher from her spot at second base. Again, 3 seniors on the bags for the Spartans. Quell at third, Forsmo at second, Chemnitzer at first. 1-0 the count to Maya Hovland, the sophomore. 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Spartans now with a little bit of a cushion here at 7-4.
Yep. Okay, as her nickname is, Maya Maya. Let's do it right now. Maya Maya RBI. How do you like that, John? Huh?
So 1-0.
Ooh, that's a
Inside
tough
corner,
pitch.
1-1.
Well, she hasn't come inside very often to anybody tonight, has she, John?
Nope.
She's been working the corners all night. This has really been fun to watch these kids compete and the pitching that we've witnessed here tonight.
Oh,
Whoa,
she goes
and
to
she
the right
got
field.
it again.
1 run
Bobble
is
in the
in.
outfield.
2 runs are in. Hovland at second. 3 runs are in for the Spartans.
And the Spartans turning it on here.
3 runs in on the double for Hovland, and it's 10-4 Spartans.
Opening it up. You just got to wonder, John, don't you, Kishore? Just little speed coming off of that ball right now, just because of the amount of pitches that she's throwing here.
And it was
tonight.
a good pitch. Hovland went out and drilled it to right field. So credit Maya Hovland. That was not an easy pitch.
Well, and I think, again, here's where Coach Halverson has done such a good job, as well as Coach Kepsel and, whatever. This has just been a great job tonight with hitting the ball to right field.
And all on 2 outs.
Yep. Where'd you get that note from? There's always somebody, isn't there, that's got to get
all on 2 outs.
Got to get a little information in here, just like last night.
Second baseman, number 8, Sophie Quell.
Just like in last night's game, before Sophie Quell hit that 3-run homer in the first inning, that all came with 2 outs also last night.
Well, the Spartans here bat around, but again, I'm a little confused because it's,
John, now
I'm just a little confused.
From scoreboard issues, being all obsessed with that in the early innings, to now being obsessed with this, how the kids are batting order and how they're being replaced here.
Yeah, it's...
We had too many flex rules and all this other stuff, don't we?
That's a strike on you.
All right, Sophie.
So 1-1.
She's 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out and an RBI, a walk, and a fly out. And there we go to right field again.
And that's off the glove. That's going to be a 3-4-3 put out.
Yep.
To end the inning.
Boy, that's wonderful hitting again. That ball's being put on the outside corner. Go with it to right field.
For the Spartans in the bottom of the 6th inning, 5 runs. 4 hits, and they leave 1. After 6, it's Mcfarland 10, Evansville 4.
Do you want to announce the cable site, John? Do you want to do that with the telecast? Tell them how these can be viewed.
Just a reminder that today's game, as well as last week's Edgerton game, can be viewed on YouTube. If you go to the Mcfarland Cable YouTube channel, you can see these games, basketball, football, from this year and years past. So again, YouTube, Mcfarland Cable should be up pretty quick. Locally, Cable 982. If we can squeeze it in between village board meetings.
As well as tell Evansville that they can see these also.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they figure that out. All right, who do we have up in the top of the 7th? I don't understand. Let's see. Leading off the top of the 7th inning for the Blue Devils, the pitcher, number 22, Kelsey Kishore.
Kishore on the night. Let's see. A ground out, a walk, and a ground out.
So officially 0 for 2.
0 for 2 with a walk.
So Chemnitzer comes with a strike on the first pitch.
Yep. And I'm going to say she might even go with the riser right here and try and get a second. They're swinging at a high ball on this second one. Nope.
That's
Change.
strike 2.
Now here comes the riser at 0-2.
0-2.
Guaranteed. I'm trying to get her to swing at the high ball.
Ooh.
Ooh, Kishore was coming out of the box. She was headed to the dugout. Kishore thought she was done. I think she's even smiling out there, just going, wow.
But she's had a few of those that she thought were strikes when she was pitching.
Boy,
so.
she's a competitor, John. Been a lot of fun watching her pitch tonight and compete.
That ball's outside, so 2-2. Yeah, the YouTube Mcfarland cable. Yeah, you can go back. There's games from quite a few years ago.
Well, yeah, I think it goes back like 3 years ago. There's some, I want to say there's an East Troy volleyball game from like 3 years ago.
That one's
Early
followed
years
back.
of Emmy Dodge. Will be playing at the University of Wisconsin next year.
Here's the
Bobby
pitch.
Troy.
Oh, drilled in the left field for a base hit.
And Kishore, given a second chance, takes advantage.
Right fielder, number 2, Maya White.
Maya White, sacrifice bunt, single and an RBI, and a.
So 0-1. Chemnitz are just focused on the batter, not worried about the runner at first base. Popped up.
Can of corn.
Left fielder's got it for the out.
Can of corn. I think kid took one step back, 2 forward, and closed it out.
The catcher, number 33, Sarah Fredrickson.
A walk, a strikeout, and a flyout. 0 for 2.
So
with a
Sarah
walk.
Fredrickson.
For Grandma Jan. Her
Ooh, that's hit
that's
hard to
hit
left
well.
field.
That could get out of here.
It is gone for a home run.
Wow. And that is for Grandma Jan.
A 2-run home run for the catcher, number 33, Sarah Fredrickson. That one was for Grandma Jan. Celebrating her 70th birthday here today.
Yep.
Getting that free birthday ticket.
Did you hear that? Oh, she didn't hear it? Oh, yeah.
Center fielder,
Tell her.
number 28, Annika Lehman.
Well, now we got to stop it somewhere. We can't be going birthdays, anniversaries.
Whose birthday?
It's
John
my-
Kepsel's birthday?
Oh, is it? Today? Oh, well then let's
Base.
end it right here, Lexi.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Again, I want to thank everybody here for giving us the opportunity. Cable 982. Patrick Moore, Kelly Logan, Justin Janis,
Heads up.
Ryan Denzer, Andrew Day, and
Andrew-
Eric Redding.
Andrew Dice Day. 1-2 the count
Everybody
to
doing
Josie
really-
Neely. Having a blast here
Yep.
doing the one thing I hadn't done play-by-play for was softball or baseball, so this has been fun. Strike 3, and that's the
And-
game.
The Rock Valley
For the Blue Devils in the top of the 7th inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 runner left on base. Final score of this afternoon's game, the Mcfarland Spartans 10, the Evansville Blue Devils 6. Congratulations to the 2016 Rock Valley Conference North champion, Mcfarland Spartans, picking up the win here this afternoon. And congratulations to John Kepsel. I believe it is his birthday today, birthday number 70. 60.
All right, so with that, John Kepsel birthday, and again, a great evening as we've gone from starting out at game time at about 68 degrees to right now, would you say, John, a balmy Oh, it's 58, and I think wind chill has it at about 35 right now, is what my 67 years of age are telling me. So, big thanks to our scorekeeper, our scoreboard helper here tonight, as well as a big thanks to you, John Wells, for this. Has been a pleasure. Been kind of an interesting venture here, doing a couple of softball games. We're going to see about possibly getting over, and if we can scrape out and do a baseball game or something. We still are in discussions with doing a softball tournament game, and the possibility of, if we get that far, depending upon what level of game we're going to get here. But been a lot of fun here. I mean, just doing something different here, Jen, rather than
it's been fun. It's
football and basketball, now venturing out into this. So we hope
triple duty tonight, doing
Yep.
PA, play-by-play,
and
and
the
scoreboard for the majority of the game, and
Right.
figuring out one of the glitches that once we got that figured out, it was all good.
Right. So, again, I'm going to say, as I'll turn it back over to you then, thanks again, Kelly Logan, Ryan Denzer, Patrick Morn, Justin Janis, Andrew Day. I think they got everybody
And
in there.
if you enjoyed this
yes,
game,
please
that's great.
contact
We're
Cable
happy.
and the Village and let them know so we can keep expanding this coverage more and more and more. And it's just a real pleasure, again, working with you, Jen, the golden voice of Mcfarland Athletics, John Wells.
You do all
a
the
wonderful
work, though.
job,
I just show up. And
Nope. So I'm going to close off, Bill the Big K Cather, and say it's been my pleasure once again, John. Just whatever. Just a real pleasure in that. And again, I hope we create some special memories for these kids and their parents and other people, and that's what I'm here to do it for them. So over to you, John, and we'll hopefully see you for another maybe softball game or baseball game.
And the date is Thursday, May the 12th, 2016, in case you're watching this 10 years from now or whenever. John Wells, Bill Cather, we had a blast. Thanks for watching. See you down the road, everyone.